Hello, and welcome to a series we have been producing on the Christian Church. You can find links to our other videos in this series in the description box below.
In this video we will visit 3 Christian churches, one in the Old City of Jerusalem in Israel and 2 in New York City in the United States of America. 2 of these churches are designated basilicas, a title of great honor bestowed upon some Roman Catholic churches by the Pope. The first church we will visit is considered the holiest of all Christian churches because tradition holds that it was built on the sites where Jesus Christ was crucified, buried, and then resurrected. This is the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, and it has the title of minor basilica. The word sepulchre, which is derived from Latin, refers to a receptacle for religious relics, especially in an altar as well as a place of burial, that is, a tomb or small room, often cut in rock or built of stone. Based on the latter meaning, the Church of the Holy Sepulchre derived its name.
The Church of the Holy Sepulchre is located in the Christian Quarter in the Old City of Jerusalem. As we hover over this holy site, we clearly see 2 domes, one larger than the other, visibly marking the Holy Sepulchre. The larger dome of the Holy Sepulchre covers the rotunda, and the smaller dome covers the Catholicon, which houses the main altar of the church.
As I mentioned before, it is believed that the church contains 2 important sites. The first is where Jesus was crucified. This is at Calvary or Golgotha, which means the place of the skull. The rock of Calvary, where the crucifixion is believed to have occurred, is encased in glass at the altar of the crucifixion and is the most visited area within the church. The second important site in the church is Jesus' empty tomb, which is where he was buried and resurrected. The tomb itself is enclosed by a 19th century shrine called the Edicule that is located in the center of the rotunda under the large dome.
The Edicule has 2 rooms. The first room contains the Angel's Stone, which is believed to be a fragment of the large stone that sealed the tomb, and the second room contains the tomb.
In addition to the things we have listed that make this church the most important pilgrimage site for Christianity since the 4th century, the church also contains the final 5 stations of the cross. There are 14 stations of the cross, and they represent events in the New Testament and Christian tradition. The first station shows Jesus being condemned to death, and the 14th shows Jesus being buried in the tomb now believed to be within the Church of the Holy Sepulchre.
So now, for our next adventure, we will leave the Old City of Jerusalem in Israel and head to New York City in the United States of America to view a relatively small but beautiful cathedral nestled in the Nolita neighborhood of Lower Manhattan. The cathedral and parish church is the Basilica of St. Patrick's Old Cathedral, and it is designated a minor basilica. The Basilica of St. Patrick's Old Cathedral, sometimes called St. Patrick's Old Cathedral or Old St. Patrick's, was built between 1809 and 1815 in the Gothic Revival style. This cathedral was built to meet the needs of a rapidly growing Roman Catholic parish in the city back in the 18th century. The Roman Catholic Church was officially established and incorporated in New York City on June 10, 1785. And the city's first Roman Catholic church, named St. Peter's, was erected on the corner of Barclay and Church Streets in Lower Manhattan, where it opened its doors to the parish in 1786. Just 10 years later, in 1796, it became clear that St. Peter's Church had to expand to accommodate the growing Roman Catholic parish, and this included more burial sites. As a result, from 1801 to 1824, land was purchased to meet the burial needs of the parish.
By the early 19th century, it was decided that New York City needed a second church to serve the Roman Catholic parish. As a result, the land intended for an expanded cemetery at St. Peter's Church was acquired, and it provided the ground for building New York's first cathedral church, St. Patrick's Cathedral, named in honor of Ireland's patron St. Patrick.
St. Patrick's Cathedral, located in Lower Manhattan, was the seat of the Archdiocese of New York until the current St. Patrick's Cathedral in Midtown Manhattan opened in 1879. with the opening and dedication of the new Midtown Manhattan St. Patrick's Cathedral. The first St. Patrick's Church was renamed St. Patrick's Old Cathedral. While no longer the seat of the Archdiocese of New York, it now serves as a Catholic parish church, providing the spiritual and material needs of a diverse community, including Italian, African American, Chinese, and Vietnamese Catholic.
The old St. Patrick's Church building was designated a New York City landmark in 1966, and the cathedral complex was added to the National Register of Historic Places in 1977. It was declared a minor basilica by Pope Benedict XVI on St. Patrick's Day, March 17, 2010. While we continue watching images of the beautiful St. Patrick's Old Cathedral, here are some interesting facts about the patron saint. Both the old church we are viewing now and the new church in Midtown Manhattan were named after
St. Patrick, the patron saint of Ireland, is one of Christianity's most widely known figures. And even if you are not Irish, you probably also join in the holiday festivities held on the day of his death, March 17th, and bears his name, that is, St. Patrick's Day. Well, the first fact is that St. Patrick was British, not Irish.
At the age of 16, Patrick was taken prisoner by a group of Irish raiders who were attacking his family's estate, and they transported him to Ireland, where he spent 6 years in captivity.
During captivity, Patrick became a devout Christian and eventually became ordained as a priest. After his ordination as a priest, he ministered to Christians already living in Ireland and began converting the Irish to Christianity. It is believed that it was for his good works Patrick was canonized, receiving the title of saint.
To end our tour of beautiful churches in this video, we will make a quick trip to the new St. Patrick's Cathedral in the Midtown neighborhood of Manhattan. Starting from Old St. Patrick's Cathedral, it is a wonderful 1-hour walk through the city for those who can do it, and if you can't, it is a 21-minute train ride.
St. Patrick's Cathedral is a Catholic cathedral in the Midtown Manhattan neighborhood of New York City. It is the seat of the Archbishop of New York as well as a parish church. The cathedral occupies a city block bounded by 5th Avenue, Madison Avenue, 50th Street, and 51st Street, directly across from Rockefeller Center.
The cathedral was constructed starting in 1858 to accommodate the growing Archdiocese of New York and to replace St. Patrick's Old Cathedral. The cathedral is a New York City designated landmark and is listed on the National Register of Historic Places. Prior to the COVID-19 pandemic, over 5 million people visited the cathedral each year, and it is now again a major attraction in Midtown Manhattan.
St. Patrick's Cathedral was designed by James Renwick Jr., with influences from English, French, and German Gothic architecture. The cathedral is the largest Gothic Revival Catholic cathedral in North America, built in a cruciform shape that can be best appreciated from aerial views.
There are 103 windows on the cathedral in total. When constructed, the cathedral had 57 stained glass windows with 37 representing scenes from Scripture and 20 representing geometrical shapes. 45 of the original windows were manufactured in France. As time passed, more stained glass windows were added.
The cathedral has about 300 wooden pews, and the interior was designed to accommodate 14,000 seated guests, or 19,000 guests in total. It is indeed a must-see attraction in New York City. If you are in the city, we highly recommend that you take time to visit the 3 New York churches we described here today. These are St. Peter's Church, the first Catholic church in New York City, the Old St. Patrick's Cathedral in Lower Manhattan, and the new St. Patrick's Cathedral in the Midtown.
Our second tour of beautiful churches in the world is over. Our first tour featured the papal basilicas in the Vatican City and Rome. A link to that video is in the description box. The world is filled with beautiful churches, and we will be making more videos featuring these churches as we visit new countries. We look forward to seeing you then. Goodbye for now.